This morning on The Dish, Toya Boudy. She's a New Orleans-based chef, cookbook author, and cultural ambassador, and she's known for putting a unique twist on classic New Orleans-style dishes and taking the mystery and challenge out of preparing them. I got a taste and a lesson on a visit to the Big Easy.
Now, with my gumbo, I always tell people it's a 6-step gumbo. When I first gave that lesson, my mother was like, I don't believe that, but when I listed it, I told her, I said, all of the steps are minus Young and the Restless. You watching TV, looking up Facebook, all of that.
I think I should be doing this.
All right, come on, let's do it.
When it comes to making gumbo, Toya Boudy has taken the time-honored tradition and turned back the clock.
Once I mix the Trinity, the onion, celery, and the bell peppers into the roux to calm it down, add it into the cold stock, wait for it to get hot.
The New Orleans chef says roux, oil and flour mixed with care, is the longest part of the process. Can I just say to all those people who did not teach me how to cook gumbo all those years, booyah.
And let it get crazy, let it get crazy.
Woo! I
Why?
want roux from start to finish. And there you have it. In under 30 minutes, instant gumbo. Here's to the roux.
You should be proud.
And I made it in New Orleans. How fitting is that? You talk a lot about self-expression, history, culture. Why is it important for you to impart these things?
So much of society over the year tries to wash it out and to try to put, you know, particularly Black and brown people into these boxes, you know, and they can't go outside them. And those boxes don't have the representation of our culture. That's the only reason why gumbo is my favorite dish to make, because it's a rags to riches meal. Started off on the tables of the poor, made its way to the tables of the wealthy. Started from scraps, and now look at everybody. People fly here just to get it. It also helped because I didn't trim the fat off.
It's part of her winning strategy as she redefines success in a city enamored with good food.
I'm a private chef for certain clients, and I'm talking in New Orleans, you can not only be a chef without a restaurant, but you can be a chef without a restaurant and actually make what we call guap, which is a lot of money. Like,
well, guap?
Yes.
Oh, I've learned something.
It's money, and then there's a lot of guap.
What makes Boudy popular is her irresistible take on classic Southern cuisine, showcased in her cookbook, Cooking for the Culture.
I cooked a bunch of things from my book. I have the collards with the sangria tomatoes and cornbread, barbecue shrimp, crab cakes with caper sauce, and the baked mac and cheese.
I really love this mac and cheese.
Now that mac and cheese, that's a killer.
Is this a cardiac arrest?
No, I ain't say that. I recommend this if you're gonna do a potluck. And then when they go to dig in it and they see the creaminess and then they bite it and they say, wait a minute.
But it was the fried fish worthy of an interruption.
And I made it pretty far in the rounds.
Wait, excuse me. That's some good catfish.
Come on now.
I don't eat catfish.
I know, I was waiting for you to taste it.
I like catfish. But I'm being fair to you here. I'm gonna have your catfish because I like it. And in this spread, the proof was certainly in the pudding. Bread pudding.
It's white chocolate.
It's the crunchy on the inside.
That's just the stickiness from the white chocolate, the sugar, all of that. Because I chop it up real fine and I mix it all through and I put chunks in the middle.
I know if I do shrimp étouffée on a...
In the past few years, Boudy has garnered appreciation on the cooking competition circuit, bringing her signature flair.
You're gonna love it, so swipe up. I would notice everyone who was Southern changing who they are to be on camera. And then I just started being tired of it. I'm not changing my hair anymore. I'm not changing my nails. I'm not changing my... No, because we embody something really good here.
A New Orleans native, she remembers times when both of her parents worked more than one job to make ends meet.
Dinner would be made before we left for school because we could not afford it at all to have fast food or even boxed things. This was from scratch.
Boudy started cooking professionally about the age of 15 at a local store. But that same year, her life took an unexpected turn when she learned she was pregnant.
Literally, my sweet 16 birthday was in Planned Parenthood. But I'm telling you, when that girl, her name is Heaven, and when I looked up the definition, that is exactly what happened to our lives.
How you doing, Heaven? That's your mommy? That's your mommy?
Christmases changed. Everybody was happy around the house. It was like the house was lively. It was just everything changed for the better, like after she came.
And I heard a whisper to my heart telling me, say love.
One of those things was how Boudy channeled her creativity.
And this is where you got your start.
Yes, yes. I started out poetry on this stage, open mic nights on Tuesdays, and it was on from there.
Making a name for herself as a poet.
I saw my life changing with each read. With each time I just memorized something and I committed to it, I started seeing my life like flip and mold.
Boudy met her husband, Chris, online, and he helped her build her brand.
I want everyone to feel comfortable with cooking.
10 years later, the couple is still going strong.
2 girls, 2 boys. Oldest just entered the master's program.
You gotta
Ain't
be
that
proud.
something?
You gotta be so proud! Proud mama!
So what I'm doing here,
It's that energy Boudy brings to her cooking and her mission.
I'm gonna be as unapologetic as possible for whatever little girls need to come behind it, who need book deals, whatever women decide, I'm 56, I think I'm gonna do that book I've always wanted to do. Do it. Pay her too.
And from now on, she says there's no holding back.
Do you have any plans we don't know about?
I plan on seeing what develops after this book. There's parts of the journey that I can't know until I get there. So I'm just gonna focus on showing up on time the rest of this year.
And she's ready to take on whatever life has in store. I mean, she is what we call in the Big Easy, naturally Nolans. Everything about her life, taking it on the way it has. And much like the hurricane here I brought you, be careful, there are 2 kinds of rums in this puppy. But she packs a punch. She's one of those people you meet and you just feel glee for.
I don't even know that you have to meet her. Just watching that, I did. Absolutely loved her. And I
just
want
the
that
stage
mac and
is-
cheese.
Yes.
Oh, let's
I
not
want
even
the
talk
mac and
food.
cheese.
The catfish did not have that metally taste.
Very good, Michelle. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.